ਖਬਰ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਹੈ ਕੈਨੇਡਾ ਦੇ ਅਲਬਰਟਾ ਸ਼ਹਿਰ ਤੋਂ ਸਾਹਮਣੇ ਆ ਰਹੀ ਹੈ। ਗੱਲ ਕਰ ਲੈਂਦੇ ਹਾਂ ਅਲਬਰਟਾ ਦੇ ਪ੍ਰੀਮੀਅਰ ਜੈਨਸਨ ਕੈਨੀ ਨੇ ਪ੍ਰੋਵਿੰਸ ਵਿੱਚ ਆਉਣ ਵਾਲੇ ਯੂਕਰੇਨੀਅਨਾਂ ਲਈ $2 ਮਿਲੀਅਨ ਦੀ ਸਹਾਇਤਾ ਦਾ ਐਲਾਨ ਕੀਤਾ ਹੈ। ਫੰਡਾਂ ਵਿੱਚ ਤੇਜ਼ ਬੰਦੋਬਸਤ, ਸਹਾਇਤਾ, ਤੁਰੰਤ ਸਿਹਤ ਕਵਰੇਜ ਅਤੇ K-12 ਸਕੂਲਾਂ ਤੱਕ ਪਹੁੰਚ, ਨਾਲ ਹੀ ਲਾਇਸੈਂਸਸ਼ੁਦਾ ਚਾਈਲਡ ਕੇਅਰ ਅਤੇ ਰੁਜ਼ਗਾਰ ਸਹਾਇਤਾ ਸ਼ਾਮਿਲ ਹੈ। ਪ੍ਰੀਮੀਅਰ ਕੈਨੀ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਸੂਬਾਈ ਮੰਤਰੀ ਕੇਸੀ ਮਾਂਡੂ ਵੀ ਸ਼ਾਮਿਲ ਹੋਏ ਨੇ।
As well, we have Rysia Boychuk, President of the Ukrainian Canadian Congress Alberta chapter, for an important announcement about welcoming newcomers from Ukraine who have been fleeing Russian terror and violence in their homeland. Let me begin by once again expressing Alberta's profound solidarity with the people of Ukraine. The attack that they have been facing for the past several weeks is unprecedented in our lives. To see a full-scale war in Europe of this nature and acts of violence that have been unprecedented since the Second World War, all because of Vladimir Putin's outrageous aggression and his long-term plan to oppress the Ukrainian nation, something that has sadly been part of Russian history preceding Vladimir Putin. This is an effort to obliterate Ukrainian identity and sovereignty. And it is a war that has now given birth to war crimes and acts of unimaginable violence that all civilized people must oppose in the strongest ways possible. We are all inspired by the courage, bravery, and tenacity of the Ukrainian people in fighting back and defeating Putin's forces in many parts of Ukraine, and yet the threat remains still very real. That is why some 4.5 million Ukrainians, 10% of the country's population, have fled, almost all women and children, or some older men, to Europe, and now many are coming to Canada and other parts of the world, while their husbands, sons, brothers and fathers continue the fight to defend their territory at home. We expect many thousands, potentially tens of thousands of those displaced Ukrainian nationals to come to Canada, and as we've said from the beginning, we will welcome with warm arms, with open arms and warm hearts, any who come here to Alberta. In fact, Alberta has demonstrated, I think, more than any other Canadian province, the depth of our solidarity with Ukraine. We've done so through important tangible commitments, including a $5 million contribution to the Canada-Ukraine Foundation's Stand With Ukraine campaign to provide in much-needed humanitarian support for both displaced persons and those remaining in Ukraine. In addition, actually $6 million to the Canada-Ukraine Foundation, and $5 million contribution to the World Ukrainian Congress's campaign to provide non-lethal military equipment to support the territorial defense forces. In fact, that $5 million is budgeted to provide